What is up, guys? This is going to be a response video to GalacticGod's Onslaught the Fire King's deck challenge, and as you know, I'm a Fire King aficionado, in my own opinion, so I took it upon myself to make my own version of the deck challenge. Let's start it off. We got 3 Barong. It's going to be searching for mostly our Onslaught the Fire King spell card for this deck, because we really want to get out the big guy. It can also search out the circle, which works for any of the monsters in the deck. We go on to Kieran. He's just there so you can maybe like dump your volcanic counter in the deck, or potentially get Garunix engraved and then use circle on him. And then off to Garunix. Again, he's probably like the main guy of this deck. As always in any Fire King deck, we have 3 Flame Veil Fire Dog. 1900 beat stick. It can get out a majority of the monsters in this deck, and what you mostly want to do is to get him with Hippogriff, because he's a 2100 beat stick, and what do you call it? And he can't be targeted by effects. You can tribute any of your monsters in this deck, boost him up 300 points permanently, and there you go. We got Flame Veil Poon. We only run 1. It's mostly there just to search, again, majority of deck. We have Goka to maybe get off Barong's effect, potentially get off Garunix if you really need it. Plus, he's a nice 2200 beat stick. For that, we have Hazy Flame Hippogriff, because again, I already explained him. He's a pretty boss card, 2100 beat stick, and again, you contribute any of the monsters in this deck, get off his effect. We got Lava Lancelord. He's a 2100 beat stick, level 6. Let's see. What was I gonna say? You can normal summon him. However, he is destroyed during the end phase if he is summoned this way. Let's see. You can use him if you banish anything with volcanic counter, or the Flame Veil counter. We have the Raging Flame Sprite, because I personally like it. You play, you got 100. And just keep on going and going and going. We have Royal Firestorm Guards, because it kind of acts as like the Avarice of this deck. You normal summon it, get 4 your Pyro monsters to the grave, because really there's we do send a lot of cards off to the grave in this deck. We have the Nephthys, which goes along with the Garunix. We have 1 UFO Turtle, not 2, because to be honest, there's really only a limited number of targets. You can get Kieran, Poon, Raging Flame Sprite, and then the volcanic counters. So there's really no point in running 2, because figuring out there's 1 of each. So whatever. And then we have the volcanic counters. 2 of them. You put them in grave. When your opponent attacks, let's face it, you'll have all sorts of other fire monsters. You can of course get off this effect and send some damage right back out. Onto the spells, you of course have the 2 Onslaught of the Fire Kings to get out the boss of the deck. 3 circles, because it works with any of the monsters in the deck to get them back. We have 1 Rekindling. Let's see. 1 Rekindling, because we don't run 2. Because to be honest, you're really only going to be using 1. 2 Duality, because we don't really special summon it in this deck. We have the 1 Creature Swap, just in case if you want to pull off any shenanigans. 1 Burden of the Mighty. I thought it was a pretty funny card, and considering most of these guys are a little bit weak. We have Backfire for some shenanigans. It's a continuous trap. Every time one of you guys is destroyed, and let's face it, a lot of you guys are going to get destroyed. You get 500 points every time. We have 2 Flame Veil counters acting as our Solemn Judgment. Phoenix Wind Wing Blast. Dump a lot of cards in your. You can dump cards in your grave. Get a card back. One of your opponent's cards back to the top of the deck. Install him for a while. We have the Horn of the Phantom Beast. You can apply it to Barong. You can apply it to Kieran. I don't know why you would. It's a Fire Dog. That's about it. Let's see. Where was I? Then we have Spiritual Fire Art Kurnai. It's a really fun thing to do if you happen to have Garunix on field. He won't get his effect, but you can still get a nice 2700 right off into the guy's face. We have 2 Nightmare Wheel. We can use it for burn, and this also acts kind of like our Fiendish Chain. We have 2 Call the Haunted to, of course, get any of our guys back from the grave in case we need to use them again. Thumbs. I think this This deck is a pretty good one out of the submissions so far, in my opinion. Leave a nice little thumbs up. Now let's see the deck in action. Alright, we start off with me going first. Let's see. I have an alright draw. We got the UFO Turtle, the Raging Flame Sprite, Barong, Burden, Phoenix, and Duality. So I'm thinking, okay, let's just go with the Duality, see what we got. We get a Barong, we get the Onslaught of the Fire King, and the Horn of the Phantom Beast. Of course, going right for the Onslaught because we want to get Garunix out pretty fast. Although in this little duel, I did not get Garunix out, and it was actually pretty funny. Let's see, shuffle it on up. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do here is set the UFO Turtle. And I think what did I do? I think I set the Phoenix down. I think I did. No, I did not. Okay. So I set the UFO Turtle to possibly search. Let's see. Who would I have searched out? I forget who, so I apologize. But I don't get the search because he does the cheap little mind control. He's playing Heraldic. Is that how you say? Is it Heraldic or Heraldic? I would think that's Herald because that's what it looks like. So he gets the attack off on me, and I forgot that mind control makes it so that you can't attack with the guy that you took. So he only gets the 1800 off, and he exceeds into, I think it was, who did he do? Oh man, Gunman for some reason. Yeah, he goes into Gunman, uses his effect right off the bat. I thought that was very strange. So I take the 800. So let's see, what do I draw into on the next turn? Now here's the thing, he sets 2. So I didn't want to risk using the Onslaught and then having, him wasted. So I set the Nightmare Whale and the Phoenix Wing Blast. My strategy being on the next turn I would use Wing Blast, get Gunman, and get Gunman off. But he does MST on the Nightmare Wheel. It's a shame. But I still have the Phoenix Wing Blast, which will serve for some pretty fun hilarity later. So I decided, screw it, I'll just go with the Raging Flame Spirit and play Burden of the Mighty if he happens to summon anything. Although, even though Heraldix I think is a pretty Exceed heavy deck though. So I attack, get the 100 off, put a counter on, so now he's 1100, and of course, if he doesn't have another monster, and if he decides to go into Gunman and attack me, I could just do the Wing Blast, send him back off. But I think he draws into the Leo actually. Let's see if I remember correctly. Yeah, I just got my little trigger finger ready if he summons anything. And he actually did have the Leo in hand. Okay, so he summons the Leo, and I wait till he goes into battle phase. And to attack, so that he can't switch off to switch to I wait till he goes to battle phase, so that way he can't go with Gunman, and then my other guy's screwed. So I use Phoenix Wing Blast, send Barong off, and target his Leo, and he does not like this at all. Let's see. So he's just standing there, I'm thinking, while all this is going on, he's just processing this in his head, did that really just happen? And I don't know what was so bad about that, but it does result in the ever so hilarious. Wait for it. The ever so hilarious. God damn it! Do it! Do it! Damn it! Do it! Fuck. Yeah, so I'm just waiting. And there we go. Rage quit. There we go. So that was the deck, boys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs up.